ever tried to travel on your own? And I'm talking, when I say your own, I don't mean alone. I mean making travel plans. Maybe you're using ChatGPT or some other large language model. Maybe you're checking the internet. That may be the most difficult way to do it. Anyway, today we have Isai Frometa from his company Mundo Travel Group, and he's going to let us know exactly why people should be using travel agents. And of course, we're always very thankful of Miami's Community News for allowing us to use this platform. So, Isai, also known as Izzy, how are you today?
Good morning, Carlos. I'm doing well, thank you.
Excellent. So before, I like to say people do business with people, so I like to get to know, and for the audience to know who you are, a little bit more about you. And it's interesting because Izzy and I grew up in the same neighborhood. We grew up in the roads just 3 blocks apart. You were on 24th Road, right?
23rd.
23rd, 2 blocks apart. I was on 21st Road. And, we don't remember crossing paths. We probably did. He's younger than I am. And but we knew the same people, and we used to play baseball on the street and do other things that maybe we shouldn't mention. But anyway, tell us a little bit about your upbringing and what finally got you into travel.
Well, I'm Cuban born and been in the country since 1969. My parents migrated from Cuba in 1968. We got here in 1969. As you say, grew up on the roads. Wonderful place to grow up in. Yep. We used to play in the streets, stickball, box ball, baseball, right next to St. Sophia Greek Orthodox Church in the parking lot there.
Yeah.
So my studied in Coralway Elementary School, Shenandoah Middle School, Miami High. So like I said, I'm pretty much a native Miami.
Yeah.
We after school, I started working with my father. Originally, my father was a woodworker.
Okay.
Since Cuba, and I started working with him at the age of 16 and learning the trade. And I did the same thing, and I grew up, and I learned the skills of woodworking. We had a company for many years, and then during time, we decided that it was better to close down.
Okay.
And start working in other careers. So that's one of the main things that brought me to the travel industry.
Okay. So when you did woodworking, what type of work did you do?
I used to do fine woodworking, custom woodworking.
Okay.
We in the trade, I'd learned, and through the times, I did everything from designing, sales, production, installation.
Of what, like cabinets or what was it?
We did a kitchen cabinets, bathrooms, wall units, bars. If you would call me and say, "Oh, well, I have this idea, I have this crazy idea," I used to work mainly with interior designers.
Okay.
So interior designers would bring us the projects they had in mind and present it to us. And after that, they would just say, execute it. And that was the fun part.
Okay.
Because as we know, paper holds everything.
All right.
And back then, CAD wasn't, computers were not a big thing.
Right.
And technology was down, you're talking 1980s.
Right.
Early 80s, technology wasn't the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So that's when you really had to, figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And they would come up with some really nice ideas, beautiful concepts, but at the time of execution, it was like, okay. But, we always managed to. And communicating with them, that's a good thing we had. The mainly the designers we worked, they were very pleasant to work with. They were open to suggestions. Yes, we had to do some tweaking, as we do in any industry. We do some tweaking here, tweaking there, but the outcome was the same. Produce a product that the customer was satisfied to their standards, and make sure we deliver the product on time and quality.
All right. So how did you get into the travel industry?
I started traveling at, officially my first cruise was in 1987.
Okay.
I do remember my parents in the early 70s, there was a very small cruise ship called the Monarch Sun, and I remember them going on it. It was a big thing. Growing up in Miami, going to Miami Beach, crossing the Causeway all the time, you looked over and you dreamed about them.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up in the era of the Love Boat, which was the biggest, the biggest thing.
True.
And we always wanted to be, one of the cats. We always wanted to live on the Love Boat.
Right.
So my official first cruise was in 1987. on the Emerald Seas, another small ship.
Okay.
You compare it to now to the existing mega ships.
Those super ships,
those
incredible.
things are like, they look like little, literally look tiny, little tugboats. I was seeing some pictures the other day of old time Port Miami.
Right.
And they were showing some of the there, and it's like, oh my God,
So they show like the mega ships next to
I've had mega ships, and they've had, what they do is they, where they have 6, 7, 8 ships, and you go, where those 3 ships are now, that's where one ship now goes.
Right. Got it.
So I did my first cruise in 1987, and I fell in love with the travel style, with the industry. My second cruise was in 1989. And from there on, the passion grew. I have always loved to follow my pastime, my hobby, and my things at night. I always love to follow the making of the ships.
Oh, wow.
Since they do what's called a coin laying ceremony.
What is that?
That's coin laying ceremony is when they lay the first piece of metal. It's a very old tradition, from 1700s. They lay a coin on the actual keel of the ship.
Okay.
And it's for good luck. So it's a big thing. The first piece of, when they cut now the new first piece of steel, and they do the coin naming ceremony, those are big things. So as the industry started growing and ships started getting modernized, I started following them. So I will follow them all along since they were being built.
How long does it take to build one of those mega ships?
Right now, they build those things in about 2 years.
Wow.
It's incredible. The way they've been being built now, it's the technology. Before, it was piece by piece and welding. Now these things get built in mega blocks in different areas.
So they...
Actually, it's like
modular homes, kind of?
It's like that modular homes.
Okay.
So they'll start bringing pieces, and they weld them in pieces and weld them. Even the cabins are pre-built. So they actually are modules that they slide in through where the balconies would be.
Right.
They slide them in.
Wow.
It's a plug and play. So the plug and play, you get there, you connect everything. So what would take before maybe 6, 7, 8 years now gets done in 2 years.
And those are some big ships.
Those are some big ships. And when you see that the industry, the companies pretty much are rolling out a new ship every year. Even, the mega ships, you'll see the schedules, you'll see, delivery on the 26th, the next one, which is right the same size or maybe a little bit bigger, 27, 28. Right now, the industry has ships already being rolled out to 2033. That's how long the shipyards already are booked. Wow. And the amount of ships that are coming out to the industry.
And there's going to be more after that, I'm sure.
And there's going to be more. The demand for cruising is just incredible.
Yeah.
It's an incredible thing.
It's funny because I took my first and only cruise in 2011. And when I tell people that, they think I'm a Martian. They think, where are you from? That, you live in Miami and you've only done one cruise your whole life. But anyway, you've done this a lot. What has been your favorite itinerary so far? Tough question.
It's a tough question because it's like itinerary. I've done, right now I'm on my 60-something cruise.
Okay.
As you tell, it's, they call it kind of a little addiction.
Okay.
It's a good addiction to have.
Right.
It's an addiction my wife loves that I have.
Right.
As she says,
of course she's going to love that.
She books him, she researches, and she tells me, or we go. Or I just tell her, honey, I think come. She goes, do it.
Right.
So that's why one of the reasons we're partners too, along with Mundo Travel Group,
right.
We are part of, both of us, we work together with the company. So that's something we do and we enjoy doing together, traveling and the selling and the preparations. So, I started cruising, I originally did many Caribbean cruises. Mm-hmm. I visited exotic islands, like back then Aruba, mm-hmm. Curacao. I've been to Martinique. Okay. I did visit La Guaira, Venezuela in 1993. That's when we did the Southern Caribbean. Mm-hmm. I've done St. Thomas, St. Martin, did all those. Since 2019, in one of those things, the company put together a cruise. And they called us and they said, hey, we're going to Dubai. I'm like, when? And he goes, in 18 months.
A Dubai cruise?
A Dubai cruise. So the first thing I said, 18 months? You know how many things could happen from here to 18 months? But my wife said, let's put the deposit. Let's go along and see what happens. So that was our first exposure to international travel. We flew to Dubai. We loved Dubai. We spent 3 days in Dubai. Then we boarded a cruise ship and we did Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar. We visited Bahrain.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a beautiful experience. In that case, if you ask me what was impressed you the most, being in construction, woodworking,
Mm-hmm.
the execution they have there, those buildings, seeing a city is pop up out of the desert
Right.
in the last 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
And not only is the small city, but what they do. I visited the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world. And it's like, impressive.
Yeah.
So I had that. We had exposure to the desert. The most beautiful sunset I've seen is in the middle of the desert. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But then the following year, we traveled to Europe. We started going to, and we did Barcelona. We did Italy. I fall in love with a little port.
Always on cruises, right?
On cruises.
Okay,
Yeah,
that one was on cruises. Okay.
On cruises, yes. 2025, we did Alaska. And these are destinations that a lot of people tell me, Alaska, it's cold. What are we going to do there? I had seen pictures from Alaska that you look at them, you go, wow, how beautiful. Pictures don't do justice to it.
Wow.
I mean, when you get there and you start seeing the fjords, you see nature, you get to see whales next to you, those little cities, Ketchikan, Skagway, all those little places. I mean, I told my wife, well, I think I'm going to move to Alaska. I love it. I will tell you, this year we had a trip, which all these trips are organized and prepared ahead of time. As an agency, Mundo Travel Group,
Mm-hmm.
we prepare these cruises, these tours, with 2 years, 24 to 18 months ahead.
Okay. And why do you do that?
We do that because the industry has changed a lot.
Okay.
Before, we remember saying, I'm going to wait till the last minute deals.
Right.
A week before the cruise,
Yeah,
we're going to get there and we're going to find a cabin. Well, there were times that I'm going to show up to the port and I'm going to get cabins.
Even like that?
Yes, there were times that you would show up and if you had cabins, you could sail. Due to all the regulations now, they have to have a manifest way ahead of time.
Okay.
So they check passengers and everything like that. As a matter of fact, once the manifest is sent to the ship,
Mm-hmm.
changes are not really something that are commonly allowed or welcome.
Okay.
So that's why. Why do we do it so far? First of all, pricing.
Okay.
Pricing. The standard was before, the closer to the sailing, the better
The pricing.
prices you would get. A lot of people still have that. Industry's pricing strategies has changed.
Okay.
When they release now, cruise itineraries get released up to 2 years before. I go back to when I said when I went to Dubai, 18 months.
Yeah.
You know how many things that happen in 18 months? Well, a lot of things that happen in 18 months. And one of the biggest things that happen is prices go up.
Okay.
Prices do go up.
Got it.
Cruise lines, they offer, when they roll out, they offer the best possible price. As time goes by, prices start going up.
Okay.
It's dynamic pricing. It's like everything nowadays.
Right.
Everything nowadays is dynamic. It's offer and demand.
Got it.
The more demand, the prices go up. Seasonal sailings, spring break, summer, Europe season,
Mm-hmm.
those are things that affect. So we go ahead and not only that, we get the best space available. We get to choose our cabins, our location. When you're traveling in a group, which we do groups for all sorts of groups, and we'll talk about that a little bit further down. But families,
Mm-hmm.
I want 3 cabins together. I want 4 cabins together. when you get closer to sailing,
Or I want them apart.
or exactly, yes. Make sure to please put, such and such person all the way far.
Right.
It's interesting, and it might sound funny, but I've had people
You've had people say
I
that.
tell them, do you want such and such next to you? You go, no, please. Even kids, you want your kids next to you, older kids? No, please put them away. I'm in a vacation. I want to see them for dinner. I want to see them for that, but that's it.
Right.
I pay for the cruise for the family, but no, thank you. I want to enjoy time with my wife.
There you go.
So when you book such ahead and you prepare these groups, you get the best possible locations.
Okay. Is there like a preferred location on a ship that you would recommend? The front, the back, the middle, or it doesn't matter?
I'll tell you, these new ships nowadays, before they would tell you, I mean, technically, industry standards will tell you midship.
Midship.
When we mean midship, it's location from aft to bow, bow to aft, and middle decks.
Middle deck.
They tend to tell you that's where you'll feel the less amount of rocking.
Got it.
Technology on these ships are so incredible. I've been in some rough weathers.
Right. Yeah, you've done it 60 something times. You've got to hit rough weather.
I've crossed some rough seas.
Yeah.
And it's not that the ship is not going to move.
Right. Of course it's going to move.
I remember saying a captain once said, people come up to me and go, Captain, why is the ship moving? And they go, do you realize you're in the middle of the ocean? You're not tied to the port.
Right.
You're not in a lake.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of the ocean. So we're going to find this, and we can't play with Mother Nature.
Right.
They do evade, storms with new technology. They go around storms. They go around all that. So it's so that. But the best location tends to be middle. I have clients who tell me, I prefer to be closer to the back. I want to be closer to the pool areas. Always try to book our clients in decks that are not over common areas.
Got it.
To keep. That's something else that happens.
Because you've got a lot of traffic going through there.
You have a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
You hear the moving of the chairs, the stomping. Sometimes you're under restaurants.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like it's something that you're under a storm. But if we could avoid, that's something as agents that we do.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say all these things because I wouldn't have thought of all these different things. And there are fewer travel agents in general than 20 years ago, we'll say. And I think people underestimate the value of travel agents because now you hear people going to ChatGPT, going to Airbnb, things like that. And one story, I had some friends of mine, they went to Mexico and they got an Airbnb. And they ran into all kinds of issues. They didn't have hot water. And these people have 5 young kids. So those Airbnbs, I guess, can be tricky. You can get surprises at Airbnbs.
You will get surprises.
Okay. And is that something? Do you ever recommend an Airbnb or something like that?
I mean, we do use them.
Okay.
We do use them.
Okay.
But those are Airbnbs or places that are certified, places that have been checked out.
Okay.
We have, we're part of the largest national network of travel.
Okay.
As a part of the largest network of travel, Mundo Travel Group has access to infinite amount of vendors.
Got it.
All sorts of vendors. A lot of people tell me, do you only do cruising? No, we don't only do cruising. We do cruising, we do international trips, we do luxury travel, we do groups, we do all that. So when we search for our clients, we search for the best.
What kind of information do you ask people? Let's say, somebody comes up to you and says, I want to go to Europe. What kind of question? I mean, that's pretty vague, but what kind of questions do you ask them to be able to provide good information to them?
One thing that we are a concierge travel agency.
Okay. What does that mean?
Concierge means just that we built the trip around you.
Okay.
We don't sell you a built trip. We could sell itineraries. There are many companies who just want to, but mostly our clients want to be free. So the first,
when you say free, that means what? They don't want to take group tours, or they don't want to set. What does that mean?
They don't want to be set to times. They
Okay.
don't want to set, you get to this hotel and then tomorrow morning at 6 in the morning, you have to get up because we're going to go do this and that.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to the Central Square and we're going to be there for 45 minutes. And after there, we're going to get on the bus. We do offer tours,
Right.
organized tours once the clients are there.
Got it.
We don't just tell the client, oh, you're okay, you got to Barcelona, you're on your own. No, we recommend, this is what we recommend for you to do.
Okay.
But we do it at their time. We want to go, we offer, okay, this tour is offered at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and they tell us,
Right.
yes, it's a structural tour, it's in 2 hours, you're going to visit all these places. But if the person, after they do that, or they say, you know what, I just want to sit in the park and listen to the birds sing.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to sit there because that's my thing. When you do, like we do, concierge, we do it around that.
Okay.
We do that. So questions we ask is, first of all, destination.
Right.
Where would you like to go?
Right. Do you even recommend destinations? Let's say, somebody says, well, I'm going to be there a week and I want to go to Rome, Florence, Madrid. But, when they come with how do you tell them, for this amount of time you're going to be there, here's what we recommend? Is that something you do?
Yes, we do, because we've already, researched. We visit a lot of these places,
Okay.
a lot of these cities, and we know the amount of sightseeing to do, places to visit.
Right.
Rome, you want to go to the Vatican, you want to go to, all these other places, museums.
Right.
So when they come to us and say, well, we want to do all these things and we have a week, we look back and we go, it's not that you can't do it.
Right.
I mean, you could do it, or you're going to be on the go constantly, or you're going to be visiting places only for an hour.
Right. Or you're going to need a vacation from your vacation.
Exactly. And nowadays with traveling, it's not only getting there, or I want to visit the Vatican, let's say.
Okay.
It's the lines, the times, the schedule. It's not like you show up, hey, I'm here to visit the Vatican,
Right.
Walk them in. No. So all those things, when we do that, we start preparing. Those are things we start preparing.
Now that you talk about lines, are there things you can do to help people avoid lines and crowds? Like to get into the Vatican, I hear is, you can wait a while.
There are different types of packages that we prepare.
Okay.
And then we offer, private tours.
Okay.
We offer small group tours. We offer then tours which are structured at a certain time.
Okay.
A certain time frame. It's 1 o'clock. You're going to be there 1 o'clock. Kind of the fast track thing, but those are prepared ahead of time.
Okay.
So when we ask the client, where do you want to go? So they tell us, or they ask for suggestions. What is it you're looking for? Are you looking for beaches? Are you looking for nature? What is it that you're interested in? Once they give us that, or they give us a place, then we start working. How long do you want to stay there? Right. What do you have in mind? Like you said, I like to visit Barcelona, Madrid, Segovia, and I want to go to Paris. How long do you have? Well, we have 8 days. Well, you have to remember, it's a day. You lose a day for flying.
Correct.
And going and coming. It's 2 days out of there.
Yep.
How long are you going to be in each city? What do you want to do? How long is the transportation from city A to city B?
Yep.
Are you taking the train? Do you want to take the bus? Do you want to fly? So when they come with us, they come with all this broad idea. Like you say, you talk to ChatGPT and you said, I want to do this. And it spits out a whole itinerary. You could go here, do this, do that, do that. And it even tells you, you could use cruise line company A, airline travel B, hotel C and D.
Right.
It tells you all these things. Wonderful. But that's when you sit there and you look at the paper and you go, nice. A lot of things to do, but how many steps do I have to take?
Yeah.
And when we prepare the international travels, we do from, like I said, it's concierge. It's to make tailored to you.
Right.
We really like to focus our travel, our center around our clients' needs. They're not just traveling. A lot of people say, oh, I'm just taking a vacation. You're traveling. You are taking time, valuable time of your life to go to a specific place.
You're paying good money.
You're paying good money to create memories.
So it's all about that.
It's memories.
Okay.
You could create great memories, wonderful things we could look back and say, oh my God, Carlos, when I went to Dubai, I just remember this. I was able to take this tour. I visited here, I visited there. Or you could come back and say, oh my God, what a disaster.
Okay. So you avoid the disaster.
We make sure to avoid the disasters.
Okay.
So when we're planning to that, we start putting together an itinerary. As we said, getting from city A to city B. In Europe, a lot of people like to take the train.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great train system.
Right. It works.
It works.
And they have that bullet train, the fast train.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, but then the question is, are you going to be toting all your luggage around? Are you going to, are you willing to, if, like when I travel with my wife, we like to take a little bit of everything, sometimes a lot of everything.
Right.
So, it's kind of, sometimes I go, honey, we're only gone for 3 days. Yes, but what happens if? So
right.
There are people who could travel for a week, 2 weeks out of a backpack.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about travel is, are you okay having to carry all that luggage down the stairs? Take them in, get to a train. When you get to the new city, going to the other place. So those are very small questions and very sometimes points that people do not take in consideration.
Absolutely.
An example, in Europe, we actually we went to a cruise that we sailed out of Quebec to Miami. And we did the reservation in a hotel downtown, Quebec. Beautiful they're all little old hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And we're traveling for 15 days. It was during winter, autumn and winter.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, winter. And of course, we had to take all kinds of both types of. We're coming down to New York, and so we're going to have different weathers.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened to call the hotel, and I go, do you have an elevator?
Big thing.
And they go, no. I was carrying 4 large pieces of luggage plus 2 carry-ons.
Oh boy.
And if I would have called, luckily I called and I said, can you please, they gave me a room on the first floor. Europe. A lot of times, the hotel you choose, buses can't get to them.
Because they're on very narrow streets.
So they're going to leave you
a block away.
A block or 2 or 3.
3 away.
And they might leave you at the base of the mountain, or you're going to have to go up 2-3 flights of floors or stairs.
Carrying your luggage.
Carrying your luggage. So I've had friends who say, oh my God, I got there and I couldn't believe it. I'm fighting with the bus driver, and the bus driver goes, ma'am, I can't get this bus in there.
Right.
It's not even the buses, the transportations. I mean,
so is that something you do also? Now you mentioned that. Let's say, I'm in Europe or Dubai or whatever. I have a problem. Can I call you?
We're always available.
Okay.
Once a lot of people, what they ask first thing is, like you said, why should I pay you? That's the first thing.
Right.
They ask, why should I pay you if I could do this for free?
And you're not really paying you because you get commissions from the airlines, the cruise lines. Okay.
We don't charge. At Mundo Travel Group, we do not charge a fee to our clients.
Some do?
There are other agencies that could charge.
Okay.
I mean, that's could be every independent.
Okay.
Us in Mundo Travel Group, our thing is not the fee. Our biggest thing is the service.
Okay.
It's to provide a service that our clients, when they come back, they remember. When they come back, they say, wow, what a beautiful trip. What memories you helped me create.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. We don't charge a fee. We don't make a cent from our clients. We do make commissions.
Right.
From travel agencies. What happens is people go, well, if I buy directly from the cruise company,
right,
from wherever, all you're doing is giving them.
Same thing.
They're not going to bring. They're going to say, "Oh, thank you so much for being so nice and booking with us directly. We're going to take, it's $300 commission, it's $50 commission. We're going to take it off." They're going to say, "Okay, thank you. That's money they made."
Yeah.
They had a person who just made the same thing we did, except they kept that money.
Yeah.
So.
And they're not going to provide the service you guys offer.
They're not going to provide. And the question was, are we in contact with them? we are in contact with our clients constantly. When we're traveling, people go, "You're traveling," we're working. We carry our laptops. We have cell phones. People go, "Do you have to get Wi-Fi? Do you get Wi-Fi? Why don't you turn off your phone?" I go, "I can't."
Yeah.
We have clients which are traveling.
Yeah.
Flights could be delayed. The flight delay, misconnection.
And then you have to work out how to get them.
We work with them.
Got it. Okay.
We work. We start making phone calls. As soon as we get that call, it's the red line. We pick it up. What's going on? Okay, let me work on it. And we're going to go to war for our clients. We're going to do everything possible. I was listening to a podcast, and the person, it was another industry, but they say we become advocates for our clients.
Right. And that's what you guys do.
And that's what we do. We're their advocates.
So Isai, also known as Izzy, we're almost out of time. Where's your next trip? I'm curious.
We have right now planned several trips, group travel.
Okay.
Through Mundo Travel Group. We have some in December. We're going to Galapagos.
Oh, wow.
We have one for 2028 to Rome.
Okay.
We have, several
Got it.
Group tours that are already booked.
So if somebody needs to get in touch with you, I want you to look at this camera right here and tell people how they can get in touch with you.
You can get in touch with us because it's not only me.
Okay.
It's, like I said, I am part of Mundo Travel Group. So you could search our website at www.mundotravelgroup.com. You could reach out personally to me through Isai at Mundo Travel Group. Or you could call me. My phone's always on. It's my personal phone, so I am always going to answer at 786-229-6005. I take calls. There are some times that I can, or sometimes, after hour calls, but we always do our best to get back to our clients as soon as they call. It's, as we said, why hire me? Why hire a travel agent? You are buying peace of mind.
Yep.
That is the biggest thing. We do the booking for you. We do payments for you. We keep track of the prices. Situations do occur. Cancellations, illness. We go to war for you. We will do everything possible to have the most positive outcome for our clients. So we're here to serve you. We're here to, help you to not only create a vacation. A vacation is something you could do at any time, but to create lifetime memories with your family members, with your child, to be able to look back, as I'm able to do, and those who have traveled been able to do, to look back and see pictures, or not even pictures, but the memories you have in your head, and say, my God, what a wonderful trip. I think I would rather say, what a wonderful trip, than come back and say, what a disaster. Why didn't I hire an advisor? Why didn't I travel a professional who is certified, who is specialized in this? So, being that said, you can reach us again at www.mundotravelgroup.com, or you can reach out personally to me, 786-229-6005.
Izzy, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And who knows, maybe I'll be calling you soon.
I hope so. It's been a long time, so you're due for a new cruise,
for another cruise, right?
And it's going to be a little bit different than the one. You'll be surprised.
I'm sure.
You'll be surprised. You might even get addicted to it, like we all do.
I have people in my family that are already addicted. Thank you for being on Small Business Matters. We will see